to various experts. So it is expected that you take some points from that various expert notes and take these notes for your future discussions. So I hope during this discussion, whatever you feel the good point, so I request that you note that point, you follow that point, and 100% as the expert from various field, whatever you are listening, so definitely the experience, the knowledge of that expert, definitely it is useful for us. Everyone is a student here, so we have a discussions only on problem, is PBL. So very first question from my side, or this is a open discussion. I expect that as and when you feel that there's any questions, so immediately you unmute and you just inform me whatever you have a doubts. So I'm sharing my screen, and in on a screen there is one question for you people. My screen is visible to all. My screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your nice feedback. So you heard this term PBL? Anyone heard this term PBL? What is the meaning of this PBL? I'm expecting the answer in chat box. I'm expecting the answer if you unmute comfortably, or just put in a chat box whatever you have feel what is mean by this PDF. Yes, lot of people are putting a project based learning. Project based learning is any another terms? Project based learning. Problem based learning. Okay, some student are putting a problem based learning, some student are putting a project based learning. Which one is correct?
Sir, voice is low, sir.
Yeah, now it is okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Now it is okay. Okay. So see that I got the answer. I know you are in a second year, second same. So this is very nice thing that in early stage you understand the meaning of PBL, because most of the colleges and most of the student are understanding this PBL term in a final year, and then they understand that what is the use of this PBL and what these things is useful for your placement, maybe higher studies, maybe get preparation. So PBL is nothing but a problem based learning. It is a problem based learning. That means let us consider we have a one problem, and similarly slowly this problem based learning, then after some 1 2 stages it is converted into the project based learning. So you take one problem statement, suppose in agriculture we want to build one system, in that we are going to use a very less water, and we by using that less water we can use this less water for any type of food processing terms. So in that the problem is that how you build this system. So this is one of the problem statement, and slowly this problem statement get converted into the project based learning. So see that your journey is start from the problem, and when your journey start from the problem and it is slowly converted into the project, then it is what you say that 100% learning. So see that a student cycle, this is one student cycle I put on a screen. So in a student cycle, this is your student cycle. Here if you understand first year, it is just for understanding the concept and these thing, and second year is the skill adaptations you required. In third year you have whatever the skill adapt, your role is to enhance that skill and properly practice that skill. This is very important age for you people, or this is important year for you people to understand. But still we are going to discuss these things in the second year second sem. So see that in second year you are learning first sem. So see that this second year discussion is very important. Whatever the people learn this project in the final year, now your role, now your role is to understand all these terms, that is this project terms you are going to understand in the second year. So you have that benefit that you are preparing yourself before 2 years. So if you have, if you have this 2 years in your hand, so you can do the lot of things in your discussions. So try to understand the discussion. If you come up with some problem statement and you are working in the second year, so the process of development of project is probably 1 year to develop any project into the product. So this journey of uh, discussion from problem to project, project to your product, so this journey is for 1.5 year. If you really genuine and if you really what you say that passionate about your project, so definitely some people complete the journey in 6 months. So we have one example from our final year. Maybe you heard the name of, you heard the name of one people, that is one final year student of Patil. They develop their own hand sanitizer machine and they sell this own sanitizer machine to some of the institutes, some of the companies, and they get the feel of entrepreneurship and they feel that yes sir, we have an engineer, so we are a problem solver. So according to that we have a discussion. So yes, this is one thing, that be a student like like eklavya. That means you have a lot of things, you have a lot of gurus, and your role is to understand that all these things which is given on online mode, offline mode, whatever you feel. Hello madam.
Yes, sir.
मॅडम स्टुडंटला ऍड करा ना, वेटिंग रूम मध्ये आहेत ते.
Yes, sir.
So these are the things which you got from the discussion. So this is the simple journey of engineer. So your role is start from this year. So from second year first sem you are your discussion of PBL. I hope that you are learn this subject in first year. So in first year you have a lot of friends from other branches. You have a friend of mechanical, computer, IT. Don't break these groups. So you just be in contact with all the groups and develop one system which is very useful, which is you take the help. Sometime what happen, as a project you have the lot of difficulties. Some people are not expert in mechanical, so you take the help of your mechanical group. So that interdisciplinary discussion is very very important. And in autonomous college, as our college is autonomous and you are a batch of autonomous students, so you have that flexibility to complete your project with your other friends also. So we are going to allow you that yes, you do your project, you come your idea and you discuss your idea. If it is feasible, then definitely it is useful for you people. So after completion of this final year project in SPPU, people are preparing for GET, people are preparing for a placement, higher study or business hobby or other lot of options the student have. But see, when you go for any one of the options of all these three, so in all the options you need this project, and you are learning this project in the second year. So see that when you are learning in the second year, so whatever the mistake you done during the second year, your role is to improve that mistake in the third year. You have the chance to improve that mistake in the final year also. So if you take the gate, so for gate you need some knowledge. So in knowledge what happened, whatever you have the knowledge. So placement you have you need the knowledge. For higher study you need the knowledge. For business hobby and what business you want to set up your business, so this knowledge term is very important for all of you. Whatever you build, whatever you learn, so you keep all these things in your mind and you understand that Whether you want to prepare for the gate, whether you want to go for the placement, whether you want to go for the higher study, your role is to understand that things and keep your knowledge updated. And there is a lot of benefits of this PBL. How this PBL is common for all the branches. This PBL is really a very good subject for maintaining the hobby. During this PBL, that is a problem based learning, slowly it is converted to the project based learning, and lastly it is converted into the product. So our journey is start from the problem, converted into the project, and project get converted into the product. So this 3P is very important for you people. Now at this stage of second year, if you adapt this 3P in your learning, so definitely I confident that you are one of the student, industry want these student. Get people 100% in the get. When you learn this PBL, so parallelly you are learning a 40 subject parallelly. So how you are learning the 40 subject, how you are learning the mechanical, how you are learning the IoT. So everyone is fascinating about the IoT, everyone is fascinating about the computer branch. But student, there is a one very important discussion which is happened nowadays. Without electronics there is there is no computer, there is no mechanical, there is no industry. Without electronics you can't imagine any industry. So see, electronics branch is a branch which is required for the mechanical. Electronics is a branch which is required for the computer, IT. You just take the name of any branch, there is a electronics, and electronics is only. So in civil engineering nowadays, people are using the survey online. People having the software, people having the lot of sensors. So don't feel that you are taken admission in this ELANTC and you don't have that opportunity. So always there is a integrated systems. So without their integration system, we can't do anything. Now, our discussion, this is the background of the discussion, and we are starting our whole discussion with the problem based learning. Now this problem based learning, as I told, that slowly it is converted into the project based learning. So and this project based learning get converted into the product. So this product is very easy to hear this word, but to reach this level, you have a very fascinating team, you have a very enthusiastic members, and you have a very good coordination in your team, good understanding in the project. So sometime what happened in the first year, you feel some of the time some people in a group, they are not completing the task, they are arguing that why I am completing this coordination is also important. In big company there is a problem that rather than completing the project, company is uh, giving the priority to solve the problems of the employees. That means they have the problems of whatever, I'm senior, I'm junior, so that is going to a very big problem. That means the coordination in the team is very important. Everyone, that coordination and team building activity is very important. That's why you learn all these things. I told that in PBL you are learning a 40 different skills, 40 different subject. So see that in one subject, if you are learning this different skills, so why you are not taken it seriously? So this problem based learning is very important for everyone. And then we start a discussion. So what is the problem based learning? Anyone can tell me a simple definition of problem based learning? My voice is clear to everyone. Screen is visible to all. Screen is visible to all. I need a feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me the simple definition or what is the simple definition of problem based learning? So see, we have a different definitions. So I hope you are listening me. And at the end of this whole project and the at presentation, we need to connect to each other. Department is going to support you for your idea, and in department there are 10 to 15 subject is what do you say that started with the help of industry. So that list I'm sharing to you people also, so that when as and when you feel that sir I am going to be a part of this project, so definitely you approach to the department and start the working on these points. So see, what is problem based learning, what is this. So a lot of researchers, what of a lot of scientists, they put some definitions. So I'm uh, giving that definitions to you people now. This is one of the definition. Sneaker says that the problem solving is a process of overcoming the difficulties that appears to interface with the attainment of goal. It is a procedure of making the adjustment in spite of the interferences. So see that the problem based learning start from the problem. So see that it is a problem and our role is to overcome the difficulties. So these two words is very important. And try to understand, when you have a problem, then and then you have the learning, then and then you have a development, then and then you have a what you say that progress. So this related to the problem there is a progress, related to the problem there is a learning. So a lot of meanings which is behind that problem is there. So principal idea behind the problem based learning is that the starting point, a problem, a query, or a puzzle. So these are the parallel word. Problem is there, query is there, or puzzle is there, unknown thing is there. You don't know the anything related to the problem, and then you start thinking on these types of the things. So that is one thing, that it is very fun types of things. So you take this whole subject as a fun, and you learn this subject as a fun. That means whatever you are doing in a class, whatever you are doing at a project, so whatever the things you make the list, where you face the problems and how you solve the problems, so that is what you say that DJ bonds in 1985 you understand this. And most of the university in the world, they are adopting these problem based learning. So if you put on a Google, so Alberg University, they adopt this model. Alborg University adopt this model. Finland adopt this model. US adopt this model. So these people are already worked on last 10 year on this model, and they develop lot of product, and they are earning the money from that product. So you have that brain, you have that time, and you have that skill to generate a solution related to the problems. So always the problem based learning is start with the problem, query, and puzzle. So these are the simple definition. So where and how you are going to use it. So solution is you, solution is your thinking, solution is your approach, solution is your attitude. So see that when you supposed to give one solution on it, so in that your you is very important, because you are learning, you are developing, you are understanding the skills, you are uh, working with the different people, working with the different knowledges of the people, and from that you are adapting a lot of skills. So when you put the solution, so that you is very very important for you people and for teamwork. Always see that there is a teamwork in every behind that work. Because of what, when you do the work in team, then and then it is converted into the product. It is not the thing that when you are alonely work and you develop one product, so it is not possible. So that you is very important, and team is very important. And here is you have the learning. So there are different learning model. If you have put on Google what are the different model of learning, so definitely the learning is very very important for every aspects of this uh, discussion. So hue is very important. All information required per problem is not given. So we have the scene that we have the discussion. My voice is clear, madam?
Yes, sir.
Now, why we are doing all these things? Because I think you heard the discussion with the Borde sir, student progression. You heard the discussion of senior people. So everyone approach is that what is the expectation of the industry. So before 10 to 15 year, industry expectation from the engineer is only the technical ability. As a good engineer, you have a good technical ability, and if you have a good technical ability, then industry immediately adapt you. But what happened nowadays? This 21st century is not expecting that you have only the good engineer. You have other skills. So what are that other skill industry expect from you people? So industry expect these things. Attribute of 21st century's engineer, employer's expectation. Employee expectation is that you are 100% technically capability you have, but you need to work with the team. That means what is the expectation? Along with the technical capability, your role is to work with the team. Your role is to understand the problem statement and at least put some thoughts on that problem statement. That is critical thinking ability. You have ethics and social this responsibility. So always you try to understand how you are ethically good, how you are genuinely understanding the things, how you are politely discussing that thing. So some people in the class they are not attending the class, so that ethics is there. So a lot of things you need to understand, and people expect these things, that is leadership, problem solving capability, lifelong learning, communication. So in 21st century, along with the technical capability, you need to work with these skills. And where you get this skill, it is not in the book. That means you learn this ethics in the book, you learn the communication in the book, you learn the problem solving approach. It is not one day task, it is a process of learning. When you connect with the good people, when you connect with the good industry people, when you connect with your mentor from your college or maybe outside the college, that mentor, during the discussion you learn a lot of things. You learn how to handle the things, you learn how the leadership is there, you learn how to solve the problems. So if you want to place in a company, if you want to go for the higher study, if you want to go for the get, so these are the skills which is very important to adopt these skills in a second year first sim. And how you are going to adapt these skills, what are the ways? In this discussion we are going to understand that things, and the solution of all these things is nothing but your what is the solution of all these things? Nothing but it is a PBL, that is problem based learning. Sometime when you say that after 2 3 days you convert it into the project based learning, and then it is a knowledge journey. So see that all the questions, all the things you understand, you learn during this problem based learning. So might be in first year you have this subject, you learn this subject, but to learn this subject, whatever you have the adaptation of the skills required, maybe you face some problem, but again this complete subject is for your 4 year. And finally we come up with some type of adaptation, that whatever you are in the, you are one personality in first year, but now you are in second year, so your personality and your thinking is definitely there is a change. And in third year again you have a different personality, you adapt different skills, you understand the people, you have the your own thinking, so lot of things you understand, lot of things you discuss, so you have that experience that how to learn the skills. So definitely this process of changing one personality into another personality, that is nothing but the process of learning. So this is the expectation, and to achieve this expectation we need to follow some plans, we need to what you say that use some tools. So what are that tools to adapt these skills, what are the tools which you need to understand? So see that this skill understanding is only the solution of PBL. So how it is going to be useful for you people? So there are the learning skill is there. So why we learn, this is one question which is it is expected that everyone need to ask. How the people learn, try to observe that whatever the people around you, suppose you have a 60 student in a class, so one student is learning is very good and other student learning is very bad. So what are the point in that difference? Role number 1 is very good and role number 60 is not good, or either we can take the vice versa, role number 60 is adapting the skill very good and even the role number 1 is not adapting the skills. So what are the difference, how the people are getting a difference? So why we learn, this is one question. How the people learn, this is another question. And everyone in a class to understand these questions, everyone in a class try to adapt and this ask question and write something related to this question. What are the ways of learning? This is again a very important question. So how the people learn from observation, people learn from the group, people learn from the discussion, people learn from the online. So there is a lot of things why we learn. We want to set in a life, we want to set financially, socially, what you say that you have a one your reputation in a society. So the people learn for a lot of things. So how the people learn, I think I'm giving the answer of this question, what are the way of learning? So there are a lot of way of learning, adapting the skills, adapting the technology, so various ways of learning. What are the technology is expected to learn? So see that, take the survey of market and do the learnings. If you have any hobby, if you have any discussion, that if you feel that ki, sir, my area of interest is this, I want to learn these things, so definitely you go for these ways. So there are various things behind that learning. How you identify that which is the best key need to learn, best skills to learn? So there are various teams, that is I'm also I'm giving the answer during the discussion. So see, these are the one pyramid you need to understand, these are the things you need to understand, and your role is to think deeply on these questions. So learning is the skills, what are the things in learning? So this is one uh, what you say that quote from Chinese. So what are that quote? Tell me, I will forgot whatever I will tell you, immediately after 1 hour you are going to forget all these things. This is 100% correct sentence. Show me, I may remember. So whatever I am showing to you, so maybe one day you remember all these things, but I will involve you, then you understand the things. So first two options, first two options, what is mean that when I am telling the things, definitely 100% you are going to forgot that things within the 10 minutes. When I show you that things, maybe tomorrow you learn the things, today you learn, tomorrow you 100% forgot the things, but I involve you, then 100% you understand, 100% you adapt these skills. So this is the one quote for the scientist which is given. So how you are going to involve? Again, the solution is your project based learning, problem based learning. So problem based learning is one of the subject, one of the pedagogy we are using in our college. And this is very brand discussion that in our department this whole subject is we are taken very seriously. Those people really interested to understand these things, so definitely they join the different club, they join with the lab, they join with their mentor and start the discussions. So I'm there to help you, I'm there to support you, any type of support you need. So you just meet in a department, our HOD Dr. Wagas sir is definitely supporting all these activities. Our director body, our Jain sir, principal sir is definitely looking into this matter, and they are very enthusiastic for the project discussions. So now what are the different ways of learnings? So from the different analysis people learn the things, mode of learning. So 10% of what we read we understand. When you hear something, so 20% of the thing definitely you learn. When you see that thing, so 30% you learn. When you see and hear, the combination of see and hear, so definitely you learn the 50%. When you go for the discussion, when I ask you that discuss these things, so definitely your learning is 70% rather than reading and hearing these things. So a percentage of learning is high during the discussion. Now the percentage is high in experiencing that things. So experiencing, how you are going to experiencing, you taken one LED and you are trying to put some logic to on that LED. This is the experience of learning. You learn the lot of gates, you learn a lot of basic analog circuits, that is EDC, electronic circuit devices. You learn signal and system in second year. But some people feel that I want to check this experiment, how I are going to check? They brought some gates, they brought some LEDs, they connect the wires, and very first experiment they blast that whole things. That means experiencing is that there is some problem in connection, I understand, and during that problem I learn a lot of things, and I experiences that things. And see that when you are experiencing that thing, so when you are teaching to others that experience, that learning is again a 95%. And when when you want to learn the things with 100%, then you need to involve 100% during the discussions. So this is the analysis, lot of people, lot of researcher, lot of scientists they put in front of us, and it is our lookout that how you understand these things for our betterment, how we take that skill for our development, for our goal settings, and whatever people are giving in a market. So definitely this is useful to the all society. So we have another types of teaching also. Na, there is a laboratory teaching, there is a class teaching, self study is one of the mode of understanding and training. Again, one of the role is a project development, industrial visit, entrepreneurship, hackathon. Now this is what you say, that important thing is that lot of competitions now you heard. So I feel that in our 120 student in our class, so how many of you participate? I don't know. Just you make one list and you make your resume. So and remove your name and address and percentage from that, and at one column you put that what you learned last 1 year, what you learned from your 12th. So and how you develop that things, you learn some algorithm, so how you implement that algorithm. So when you write your resume, so there is a 1 2 3 fail project is there in 12th. Suppose some people are done some project and they fail, so write the why this project is fail, where I made a mistakes, and that mistake is going to be improved in the next discussion. That is the things of learning. So hackathon is one of the project competition which is happened in the national level, which is happened in the college level, which is happened your city level. So the problem faced by the industry, problem faced by the society, all the problem they put, and they open challenge these problems to the student, or whatever the logic behind that, ki you solve these problems and you take as a challenge, and even you are not completely solve, you come up with a 50% solution, it is okay. You come up with a 20% solution, it is okay. So see, there is a lot of discussions and there is a lot of understanding related to this hackathon. When you participated and take one problem statement and solve it, so 100% I confident that you learn more than 40 subjects. So during this 46 days, I'm not putting this only the electronics. You may be learn mechanical, you may be learn IT, you may be learn computer, you may be learn our full electronics 40 subjects. So that is the magic and that is a fun thing behind the project based learning. Now these are the different teaching learning activities. Now in examination, what our examination is there, how it is going to be things. So there is examination in group evaluation we done. We have this online discussion, we have this open book discussion. So these are the different assessment tools. So it is not only related to subject, but when you go for the project based learning, so these things we are going to adapt. So when we ask immediately in very first 2 minutes, when I ask what is mean by problem based learning, so only 10 to 20 students put the text message. Other students are, they sit mum in a class, they don't have any activity to perform. Even their finger is not ready to put the type yes, no, PBL learning is there, project based learning. So that type of proactiveness it is not expected. And when someone is asked, so at least as a comfortable level, you put some comment on it. So when you are putting some comment on it, that is the learning things we see in you. Now the difference between the traditional learning and this, why everyone is go for this project based learning, problem based learning, because once the problem is assigned to you, you are going to identify, we need, and to know what are the things we know, and learn that thing and apply to solve the problem. But here in traditional learning, what happened, told what we need to know, हमें क्या पता है उस पे हम वो मेमोराइज करके अप्लाई करते. But 100% this is what you say, that a lot of experiment done in the world, and they come up with that key, yes, when you face the problem, then and then learning is going to be start. Even you check one example in a class, suppose you are absent in a class for some lecture and some major concept teach by the teacher, and you are absent. So in that case, whatever the problem you are facing to learn that things, when you understand after discussion of the teacher, that means you understand fully, you involved in that, and you permanently understand these things. The way of understanding, the way of problem solving is the same when you put your involvement in the discussion. So definitely you understand more and more things. So how the problem is going to be important, how the problem is going to be understandable. So when you go for, this is one of the problem statement, I appeal that you just open your notebook or just you think on these problem statement. You have the, you are living in the society, you are living in your own home, so there is a water tank is there. So this is one of the problem statement, how you are going to solve this problem statement by using the technology, it is your lookout. So you read the problem, how many of you read the problem? In simple way, in simple way I'm asking that we want to make the atomization of your water tank. So pump is there, so pump is get automatically on, pump is get automatically off. So how you solve the problems, anyone in a class is share this view, how to solve this problem. Now my voice is okay. Now my voice is okay. I got the message. Voice is low.
Yes,
Madam,
sir.
my voice is okay.
Yes, sir. It is clear, sir.
Student, any feedback from your side? All of you, audio is okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, beta. Thank you. Thank you. So how you solve this problem statement? By using your knowledge. You are now in the first year, cross ho gaya hai. Now you are reaching to the second year. So this is a problem, and this is nothing but your problem based learning. So how you solve the problem? This is the problem statement. And problem based learning means what? अभी क्या यहाँ से हम learning कर सकते हैं? So this is one live experiment for you people, how you are going to learn that things. So what are the ways? I am asking a technical solution. I am not asking you put one sensor and these things. What is the logic to solve this problem? Anyone unmute and just tell me, because I need a feedback. Sitting mum in a class is a very good thing, but it is not useful for you people. Some people are putting a message. Okay, nowadays sensor are used to automatically pump the stop. We could check the water pressure and base. Okay, suppose I ask you to build one circuit. This is only the statement you are putting in front of me, but I am not expecting the statement. I am expecting the solution and technical solution, sir. This is the way we can put, and this is the logic, and this is the diagram. So if you have a water tank, if you have a one water tank, so the thing is that this is one water tank, this is another water tank. You set one pump here, so this is one pump. So what happened? I am learning from the problem, and I don't have any what you say that the technology with us. You know, engineer have a, that means mind to develop these things. So we have a problems, and how to develop this problem. I am writing the diagram, and this is the way to learn the things. So this is the pump, and my understanding is that I'm connecting this pipe, I'm connecting these things, and this is what you say that one pipe, which is I'm connecting from one tank to the another tank. When the motor is on and the water is what you say that ready to flow. So at what condition this motor is on? Tell me the condition of motor to on. On condition of motor. I'm expecting the good answer. I'm expecting the logical answer. Don't tell me the put the sensor automatically, because this is already developed. है ना? So your role is to at least understand the theory behind it. At what condition you are going to on this complete motor? Anyone in a class? I'm expecting the answer. When the water level is low, which tank low? है ना? कौन सा है? ये है tank number 1. This is tank number 2. So in which case water level is on? Unmute karo. If you have the facility of unmute. Madam, त्यांना unmute करता येते का? When first is on, tank number 1. So I am expecting the good answer when the level of water is upper tank is lower. Okay, see, I am putting one table here. So for your understanding, this is tank 1. This is tank 2 and this is the on off motor. ठीक है. So मोटर ऑन यानी 1 हम यूज करेंगे एंड मोटर ऑफ के लिए 0 यूज करेंगे. सो दिस इज ऑन signal, this is off signal. Similarly, you can use here T1 and T2. So the condition is that when it is completely filled यानी यहाँ पे I need one sensor to understand one complete. This is S1 sensor, this is S2 sensor. So when the water is below the S2 sensor, then it is expected that to on the motor. That means it is empty stage. So S2 0 hai. That means the water is below this sensor, and when the water is full, the on. When similarly for S1 is one sensor, 0 के लिए वो empty हो जाएगा यानी below this level, and 1 के लिए वो upper this level. So these are the two levels for sensors. So at what condition the sensor is on, this motor is on? First condition is that in tank 1 there are S1 and S2. So अगर दोनों 0 है, so मोटर ऑन होना चाहिए क्या? I need an answer. If both the S1 and S2 motor is on or off, sensor 1 is 0, sensor 2 is 0, what is the status? अनिकेत भागवत, ऑफ बोला है आपने, ऑफ कैसे होगा? अगर ये दोनों 0 है, the meaning of this statement is that tank is empty. So motor on होना चाहिए. So I put one statement here. I put one statement here. If your motor is on, that means क्या होना चाहिए? These are the different condition. So this is the diagram. This is the pump. This is the overhead diagram, and this is the logic I put. So what happened? This is the pump. ये empty diagram. This is the diagram. I hope you understand this diagram. पहला diagram मैं draw कर रहा था, but it is not going to be visible for you people. So these are the things. Now this is the truth table. What is the truth table? Level 1, upper level, lower level of one tank, motor and pump start status. So see that this table look like what you say that K-map table. This table look like your Queen McCluskey table. Definitely when I ask you to whether you studied Q McCluskey or whether you are going to implement a K-map for this. So definitely out of 60 student, 100 student confidently solve this problem and come up with some logic that sir this is the AND logic, this is off logic. When the upper level on यानी यहाँ पे हमने क्या क्या दिया है? लॉजिक 1 वाटर नॉट प्रेजेंट, लॉजिक 0 वाटर प्रेजेंट, लॉजिक 1 motor on and logic 0 motor off. So by using that, definitely you implement a logic that only AND logic. That means you take only the AND circuit 7408 available and implement it complete project at your home. So this is very simple things which I told to you. This is very simple things, but from that whatever you understand, it is very big thing. Nowadays people are coming with the programming, people are coming with a lot of instrument which is available in the market, people are coming with a lot of things that is ready-madely, all these things is given in a circuit. But to understand the programming, to understand the IC circuit, your role is to understand the basics, foundation of the logic. Forget about the tools which is available in the market. Tools is useful when you have a basics understanding. That means platforms you are using, C platform you are using MATLAB platform, you are using Octave, you are using lot of tools and lot of software which is available in the market. But The basic foundation is that how you are going to use that software, how you are going to use that skills for your betterment. That is one thing I am sharing to you people, and this is one good example from my side. I put that when you start your journey with the problems, so you have the understanding and you have a different approach to look toward this journey. So I hope you understand the things. This is again one problem statement. Cutting a strip wire to required length is a fatigue and consumes a lot of time. There is a need to automate the process of cutting and stripping of wire. So how it is going to, this is the need, that is need statement. But when you convert into the problem statement, so the problem statement to build automated wire cutting and stripping machines which should be precisely cut and strip in a given wire. It should be the safe to use. It should be the strip 1 centimeter length in insulation of wire on both the side. Length of the wire without stripping should be provided. The user diameter should be 0.3. That means it is technically given. Now, how you approach and how you decide these things. So again, unknown problem is that you create the good draft of this and then you are working on this. So this is a project based learning. This is, that means your problem get converted into the project and now you are working on the project. So this is the development of the project which I told you that in the last discussion. uh, मॅडम उपासनाचं लेक्चर आहे का आता?
Yes,
हॅलो,
yes, sir.
हा तिला मी आतमध्ये घेतो, एक मिनिट. हॅलो उपासना, हॅलो उपासना, my voice is clear उपासना? हॅलो
Yes, sir.
उपासना,
Yes, sir. Voice is clear, sir.
हा उपासना, just
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Hello.
just 2 minutes. I am ending my discussion, just 2 minutes.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you beta. So this is what you seen, that need of statement, problem understanding, concept generation, concept selection. So I appeal that you are in second year, so I hope that your learning is lot of things you are learning. You have the time of 2 year to develop your own project, and product architecture and prototype is the last steps of your project. But when you reach to this point only, concept selection and concept generation, it is okay for us. So this is the things from my side, and this is one note is that define a problem. That means idea create the thinking, creative thinking inspire the idea and idea inspire the change. So this is one thing from my side I'm sharing to you. So what is the benefit of the student project versus a commercial project? So in student project there is no loss. In commercial project, if you go into project this company and directly start the project, so there is a full loss, there is a chances of loss. So what is the benefit of the student project? That is best time for learn. There is no time for learning in a commercial project. When you go for the company and immediately you are switching to one project and you are not known with the technology, so there is no time for learning. Now project fail, lot of learning is there. But in project, in company, when the project fail, you are fired from the company. That means there is a lot of benefits. You have the completion of project based learning and project this problem based learning. So this when you fail, so you have a lot of learning and you put this lot of learning in a resume, that I learned during the failure of this project and I learned these things from this project. So you, when you fail 10 projects, so you put in, you mention in resume that I failed due to these problems. So add in your resume. So and here not possible to add your spell project is not going to listed in the resume when you are a professional. So when you go for after studying the complete degree, getting a degree, and you tell that I fail, I am failing the 10 projects, so no one is hired you. So one project learned the 40 subject. Here is a very loss of company, that very big loss of company when the project is fail. So that is one, is that from my side I am putting lot of things in front of you, how you are going to understand the things, how you are taken this thing seriously. So any question from student side? These are the list of project under the progress in the college. The smart bus stop is a project, people are working on it. Smart water use in agriculture, this is one of the project under the ENTC department. Where e-vehicle is one of the project, welding machine is one of the project. So these are the list of project the under the department, that means various people are working on it. Someone want to work with these people, so definitely join this group and join, or ask me to if you are interested and genuinely interested. It is not interest when you call me and ask them, sir, is there anything I want to work. So it is not the thing, that you are genuinely interested. We have the test for it, and then we select the people for the project. So there are a lot of project we are going to undertake with the help of industry, and this is the list of projects. So from my side I concluded the things. So sharp 11 o'clock I think we done the things. So any question from student side? Any question from student side? So no question means no understanding, no discussion, no percolation of the discussion. Madam, any question, anything you want to ask? There is no thing, there is no, what you say, that question is that how identify the potential problem. Okay, Aditya, don't go for the potential problems and hard problems. You take very simple problem, Aditya. The my maybe this question is in mind of all the student, that don't take any critical problem, only solve the simple problem. Whatever you feel at your home, if you want to on off your one light for 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 4 minutes and 1 hour, so it is okay for us. But your model is going to be work, your model is going to be successful, your model is going to be workable. Only this is the expectation. So potential problems, lot of potential problem in a college, in a society is there. And first you solve the simple problem, and then you go for the potential problems. Is it okay, Aditya? Okay. Sir, I want to know more about the project currently going on. Where shall I get the informations? But I am sharing my number, so when you got the time for the discussion, so you discuss me. Okay. I'm sharing my number. So you call me or you put no WhatsApp message. So definitely I reply to your message. But when you are calling, replying or WhatsApp, so put your roll number and name and division. Is it okay? No, any question, anything you want to ask? Okay. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you for your cooperation. As and when you required help, so just keep in touch. So definitely we have the good discussion, and this is the journey of project-based learning we started in a department. I welcome you in a department, and definitely in department you are you come up with the idea. Definitely we are help to support your idea, and it is how it is going to be converted into the product. So definitely we are looking for this. Roll number
Hello.
34, what is the message you put? Roll number 34, is there any problem from your side? ठीक है madam. So thank you for discussion. Thank you for giving the opportunity to present my discussion in front of 125 students. So thank you very much.
Yes,
Madam,
sir.
shall I leave the?
Sir, wait for a moment, sir.
Uh,
I would like to thank Dr. P.M. Bhate, sir, for giving excellent presentation on problem-based learning.